What's your favorite phrase or philosophy that you say before your clients? Like that you say to your clients before you start training them? Like what's this, like a powerful quote or something you do to give them that boost before they start hitting the weights?
My clients would probably tell you there is none. It's 10 o'clock, let's go. But they know through the way I speak, the tone that I use, the consistency that I use, that I believe in them, and I know that they can accomplish the goal at end. And because they know, because I have the results, and I have the confidence that they can do it, they can many times when they don't believe they can hold on to the fact that I believe they can. So maybe without saying it, what I do say is, believe in me until you can believe in you. Awesome. So let's go. One of my favorite stories actually is a gentleman, I actually met him in church. He approached me when I lost about 40 pounds and said, what are you doing? Are you doing this program, that program, that program? And I was like, no, I'm not doing any of those programs. I just figure out metabolism. I was like, what? He said, we need to talk. So at that point, CNU Fit was driving to people's homes because we didn't have a location. He was working out of my home. So I went to his house and sat and talked with him. And he says, my cholesterol is 240, and my doctor wants to put me on drugs, but I just want to hold off. His wife was a diabetic for probably over 10 years. She's been a diabetic, and her A1C was 13. That's just a measurement of blood sugar. It means very, very high. So he became a client, and he followed the recommendations, and he lost about 35 pounds in about 3.5 months. Because he lost the weight, he had knee problems. He was going to build he was a construction guy. He was going to build a tall boy toilet. So when he sits down, there'd be less pressure on his knees. Okay. He didn't have to do that. Now he can crawl on his knees. Awesome. Not only did he lose the 40 pounds by the time we were finished, his wife lost about 40-something pounds. She's no longer a diabetic. I remember we were in his house, and I said, watch, a year from now, your doctor's going to take you off all medication. About a year and a half later, I saw him, I was like, why you look so happy? She goes, oh, I've been 6 months drug-free. Awesome. You know, which is really cool. His son lost about 30 pounds. He was engaged, and his fiance lost over 50 pounds. That was just one family, and the only one that was a client was the husband. And it just shows the responsibility we have as men, but how powerful it is if you can take the lifestyle and you can incorporate it in your home. We've been able to help a lot of people with high blood pressure. It's just, you know, trying to figure out one after the other. You know, it's so interesting though, a lot of people just with self-confidence. Yeah. You know, and just being able to say, hey, you know, I see myself a lot better.
That's
which is really cool.
Right there.
It was really awesome.
I know we're sitting here in your facility, and I can't help because when I was here with you a couple weeks ago, you were telling me about all the equipment that was coming, how it was coming. I just want you to, you got to let the people know, because I mean, people would see this and they say, oh man, look at this guy, you know, he's got it. But I mean, you guys got to hear the story behind it. It's like brief synopsis of how this stuff even ended up here.
Okay, well, really quick, we started in January, the official launch was January 2010, so we're finishing our third year right now. We were in our home, and in 2011, one of my mentors and coaches opened up his office and said, hey, instead of working out of your home, I'll rent you my office, a room in my office. So we worked out of his office for a little bit. At the end of 2011, one of our good friends, who's also a personal trainer here locally in town, said, hey, I'll sublease to you my gym. Now you have to understand, that's just the grace of God, because you don't sublease your property to your competition while you're currently working in there. But he did, you know, and that was awesome. And then in May, basically said that, you know, the lease would not be renewed and we needed somewhere to go. It turned out that one of my clients actually owns the complex that we're sitting in, which is pretty cool. And they said, hey, look, the rent is going to be a lot more than what you've been paying at these other places. You know, we said, okay, we're just believing God. We know that we're tithers, we're faithful, and He's not going to allow us to just go from, you know, helping people or nothing. We can't go back. There's nothing behind us. So we know it'll work out. We're able to walk into this place as a transition where it was a lateral move financially. It didn't cost us any extra dollars except for, you know, some of the maintenance to get the place up. And just looking at the place was by faith. It had a lot of walls in here and things like that. Just to kind of fast forward, we've been in here. This is the end of our 6th month in here rent-free, which is pretty awesome. And then one of our clients said, hey, I know that you need resources to get a new facility. How much would you need? And I said, it's probably going to take about $25,000. I don't have a clue. I haven't done a cost analysis, anything yet. I just found out. And they said, we can probably help you with that. I said, look, I'm just believing God. Before they said that, I said, I'm believing God that people will see what we do and believe in us and want to sow into the work that we have. And they said, well, we can do that. You know, and it turned out that they weren't able to do 25,000, but they were able to do 2,500, and I've been grateful. You know, help with the carpet, you know, other things. Not only that, the chairs we sit in, they able to give it to us. All the furniture, over $5,000 worth of furniture is in here, and the only thing we paid for was $40 of it. You know, it was just given to us. The equipment, like this piece of equipment that's right behind you, that piece of equipment, one of our other clients, he heard the other client give and said, I want to give you something, and gave us $3,000 piece of equipment. The treadmill behind there and the elliptical were all given to us by clients. You know, it's just amazing how people are able to see that we really impact people and be a blessing. And they said, hey, I want to sow into the work that you want to do. Awesome. And I encourage every entrepreneur, you know, put together a faith confession, be consistent, and watch how God will just bless your socks off, you know, which is so cool. So that's how we're able to get all the stuff here. I mean, awesome. Even the painting job and everything that's being done right now is being done by someone else, just through the grace. So we're very, very grateful. We don't take any of it for granted. We don't have that attitude or the mindset that somebody's supposed to do us. No one owes us nothing. Right. You know, and we're just honored to be able to help people accomplish their goals and dreams. I mean, if everyone is honest, we all like to have an awesome body. Awesome. We all like to have good self-esteem. And for some people, it wasn't just the physical end, but it was the spiritual end. It was being able to pray with someone when they needed a prayer, or maybe that word of confidence or affirmation, or just be able to encourage somebody because they're having a tough day, and being sensitive to what do they need. There's a story in the Bible that says the best gift is the gift that's needed. Basically, he said, always desire the best gift. Well, some people think, you know, there's debates on what those are, but really the best gift is whatever's most needed. And when someone shows up here, what's most needed is that rebuilt life that you talked about.
What can C2BS do to further this mission of CNU Fit? I mean, you can hit it anything. I don't know.
I would say right now it's just increasing awareness. You know, we're like a secret weapon. I mean, we've been able to help a lot of people, several hundreds of people, so a lot of people, but a lot of people don't know. We're very competitive as far as our price point in the marketplace, especially for the value and the service that you get. Very, very competitive, but I think for us, we really enjoy. One of my goals this coming year is to possibly do one of those free seminars every single month. So if I had a schedule of 12 seminars, you know, with a minimum of 10 people in there, because I want to add value, you know, then that would really be a blessing to let people know, hey, look, there's a place that you can go to get some of these tough questions answered. And I'm not going to, you know, play the hide and seek game with your finances. I'm not going to mess with you. I'm not going to come in and next minute, you know, and do the quick switcheroo kind of thing. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. But I'm going to tell you the truth so you can win. You know, one of the signs that's going to go up here is going to say we win. And we want people to be winning in every area of life.